What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about some benching. I had a guy uh, hit me up and said that he had problems getting his bench up, and he did check out the video that I showed on getting tight on bench. So I'm going to talk a little bit about bench today. First off, the thing is, when you're doing a lift, whether it's bench, squat, or deadlift, um, the thing is, especially on bench, if you're comfortable laying on the bench, then you're not tight. You have to feel restrictions. Um, Mostly in bench, you'll feel it in your front quads, top front part of your quads. Um, you'll feel it in your lower back. You feel it in your butt. You want to clamp the shoulder blades together, be tight there, and always feel the weight. The only way you can be tight throughout a lift is if you feeling the weight at all times. You cannot go fast and relax and let the weight drop and then try to catch it on a rebound. And when you lock out, you don't want to hear the weight cling. You always want to be nice and controlled. The lift needs to be nice and smooth. Like I said, no matter if it's squat, bench, or deadlift. Um, on bench, in order to get completely tight, like I said, y'all can refer back to that video, getting tight on bench, that I did. But in order to get tight and stay tight, you need to always put pressure through the ground with your feet, okay? And the pressure you need to put on the ground through your feet is always the outside of your feet and through the heels, okay? Anytime where you in a situation of you pressing and your butt come up, that's most of the time you're pressing from the toes or the front of the foot, okay? So you always want to press through the heels and the outside of the feet. When you're in your bench position, referring back to that video, knees always need to be pushing out, keeping the core activated, okay, by keeping tight. Your breathing is a huge thing. Make sure you take your time, get your breath at the top before you go down. You want to feel that pressure building up as you go down. Barely touch. I'm always big on, nice and controlled, like I said earlier. Barely touch the chest and then come up. So you always have to do these things with lighter weight to get better. In order to press heavier weight, you can't just go into heavier weight and try to train these type of things. You have to train your form, the movement, and all those things like that. So barely touch and come back up nice and smooth, okay? You don't want the weight to sink. Always stay in control of the weight. That's what I can think of as of right now. I may do a video on it later, showing and explaining while I'm doing the actual movement. But the biggest thing is staying tight, keeping the body as a whole. A lot of times, a lot of people try to overactivate an individual muscle group, but everything needs to go together. Stay nice and smooth and controlled, and stay with lighter weight. That's where you're going to get better, because you can actually practice and train that movement, train the patience and things like that, and then that's when your strength will go up, okay? So try that out.